Happy Thursday to you. This is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated. I am known as your procrastination strategist, behavior change expert. I help you to build unshakable confidence. Stop procrastinating and you got it. Get your dreams out of your head into your life. Come on in the room. Come on in, come on in. I pray that you have had an amazing week and that you are not allowing things that you cannot control to get the best of you. That you are not allowing things that you have no personal control in. Good evening, Shanti. Thank you so much for joining. So good to see you. Praying for you and the family of your friend. Um, but I pray that we are really tuning into ourselves, you know, to know that. Good evening, Belinda. Thank you so much for joining. When you all come on, just let me know where you're tuning in from. Share this out. Go ahead and invite someone. We're not going to be on here long, but we're here and we are excited. You see what the title of this live feed is. Stop allowing your personal feelings to get in the way of your professional relationships. Stop allowing your personal feelings. A lot of you, you're welcome. You're welcome, Shanti. A lot of people, they allow their personal feelings because, see, sometimes we can take things the wrong way. We can take things the wrong way. The way things are said, the way things are done, and sometimes they're not even intended the way that we take them. So we would let our personal feelings get in the way of our professional relationships, and we'll find ourselves stuck in a place. We'll find ourselves stuck in a place where we are not able to move forward. Why? Because we have allowed personal feelings to get into our professional relationship. So as you come on, go ahead and hit the share button. Go ahead and invite someone. We're not Tennessee in the house. We have New Orleans, Louisiana in the house. We have Arkansas in the house. So let us know where you're tuning in from so we can rep your city. We can rep your state. We can rep you. So come on in. So I want you to think about how many times you have sabotaged your growth. How many times have you sabotaged an opportunity that you have allowed your personal feelings to get in the way because you feel like something could have been done differently, something could have been said differently. And then once you got an understanding of really what was being said and what was done, it really wasn't the way that you thought. But we have to be mindful that business is not about us. Can I say that again? It is not about us. A lot of times we will make a situation about us, and that's why we take it personal because we have our own agenda in a thing. But we have to realize that it is so much bigger than us. It's not about us having our way and doing things our way. You know, life is not really a Burger King, environment. The world is not a Burger King environment. We get it twisted. We get it mixed up because they said, have it your way. But we cannot have it our way in all things and in all places and with all people. So we have to realize that our personal feelings should not get in the way of our professional relationships because things are not being done the way we personally think that they should. Because this is what happens. This is what happens. It stops us from being all that we was created to be. It prevents us from being all that we desire to be. And it prevents us from doing the things that we desire to do because we have sabotaged ourselves because of our personal feelings. It didn't feel right when they said it. You thinking that they could have said it, but they could have said it a different way. When, we really have to take the feelings out and leave the pain. It is not everybody's job to babysit how you feel. We want things to be said in a way to make us feel good. It's not people's job to make us feel good. If the truth is being told, and I know there's a way to do and say everything, but don't get so bent out of shape and stop taking everything personal. We have to, take the lesson, leave the pain, and if it's not something that you find that you can use, leave it. Leave it. You don't have to get all bent out of shape about it and come all undone about it. You don't have to come unraveled about it. If it's not something that you can utilize, you have to leave it. Leave it where it is. You don't have to talk about it. You don't have to talk against it. Leave it where it is. If it can benefit you, use it. If it don't benefit you, leave it. And that's the way we have to think about it. We have to, even the things that people say and the things that people do, if it is not beneficial to us, don't take it home with you. If it's not beneficial to you, don't have that in your life, in your space. Don't bring it in your home. Don't let it occupy space within you. You have to make up in your mind that you're going to make a decision that if it's not good, if it's not positive, if it's not right, if it's not fun, if it's not taking me to the next level, if it is not propelling me farther, I'm going to leave it. I got to leave that thing, where it is. And so I want you tonight to remember, don't allow your personal feelings to get in the way of your professional relationships, because you feel like people are not doing what you want them to do, how you want them to do it, when you want them to do it. Have a conversation. It doesn't have to be personal. It doesn't have to be judgmental. Have a conversation and come to some type of agreement. And sometimes the agreement is, to go apart. But we shouldn't allow it to make us come undone, make us feel, guilt, shame, and doubt, make us feel a certain type of way that we don't know how to operate and communicate because we haven't had a conversation. So we want to not have our personal feelings interrupting our professional relationships. Our professional relationships. Look, we're not going to be on here long, but just think about how your emotions it can stop so many things for you. It can stop your sales when you don't have good communication skills, when you don't have good customer service, when you don't know how to communicate with your customers. Or sometimes you may have people that's dissatisfied with the product or a service that you offer. Don't get offended. See where you can fix it at. See where you can be better. See where you can make it right. And for the sake of being right, sometimes you have to just let it go. Don't be emotional about it. Say, I'm sorry you feel that way, but what can I do to at least make this better? And if they don't come back for more business, if they don't buy another service, if they don't buy another product, that's fine. But you did all that you could do to make it right. Two wrongs don't make a right. Two wrongs do not make a right. So you want to make sure that you're not doing the wrong thing to try to fix a thing that's already wrong. I'm going to say that again. You want to make sure that you're not doing the wrong thing to try to fix a thing that's already wrong. Two wrongs does not make a right. Fix it. And sometimes we have to, sometimes we have to pencil in our business. We have to budget for losses because we know people are going to be dissatisfied with something. And it's not because it's a reflection on you. It's something that they have going on in the inside of them. They may have made a mistake. A lot of times when we find things on the outside, it's because we're familiar with it because it's on the inside. So don't get all undone and bent out of shape. This is for my business people tonight. And this is for my aspiring business people. These are for my entrepreneurs, wannabe entrepreneurs. These are for my mompreneurs, entrepreneurs, womenpreneurs. These are for my solopreneurs. These are for my faithpreneurs. These are for those of us that are out here in these social media streets. We are out here in these business streets. We are out here in these service and product streets. You're going to have to know that everybody's not going to be satisfied. And it's not because what you have is not good. It's because sometimes it's their pattern. It is their pattern. Have you seen people that everything they buy, they have to return? You done seen some people like that. Everything they buy, they find something wrong with it after they have used it and they have to return it. But you have to, have to pencil in some of those losses. Don't get all undone. Get out of character and figure, I'm going to get in my feelings because they did this. They used this and now they say they don't like it. Da, 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 da. Don't do that. Because one thing about it, what is for you is for you, and the thing that you lose is you would gain. You would gain that back and then some, just by simply doing the right thing, responding the right way, not coming undone. And customer service, having impeccable customer service, it will outweigh $1 any day, because I would rather pay for to be treated right than to be paying something cheap and be treated wrong. Okay, so look, those are my tips for you on tonight. Don't allow your personal feelings to get in the way of your professional relationships, because what it does in the long run, it prevents you from scaling. It prevents you from growing. So if you want to think about your business being bigger, and you want to be in different places, and you want to, tap into a new market, you have to know how to respond with conflict. You have to. Good evening, Bishop. Thank you so much for joining. Customer service is very important, and we have to know how to respond to conflict, because just as sure as you're in business, you're going to have the conflict. I needed to hear this. Thank you so much. God bless you, Bishop. We have to know that you're going to hear it. Things are going to happen. People are going to say stuff. They're going to do things that you don't like, but don't you come undone, right? Don't you come undone. You stay intact. You walk in integrity. You walk with good character. And you think, don't just think about what Jesus would do. You do what Jesus did. And you watch how God will bless you. People are going to do things that they know is wrong. You know they're wrong. But you don't have to argue with them to try to make a wrong right, because you already know that it was wrong. But don't put any judgment into it. Take full responsibility for it and keep it moving. Don't let that halt your day. Watching from Pakistan, action speaks volume. God bless you. God bless you. Good evening, Princess. Thank you so much for joining. Look, if y'all come on here, we can stay on here a few more minutes. We're getting ready to get up out of here. We have a few more minutes. We got a few more minutes. But I just want to remind you, don't allow your personal emotions to get in the midst of your professional relationships. Don't allow that to make you come undone, to make you be unprofessional, to stop you, because one thing about it, when you say something that you might not have said if you had calmed down, if you had thought about what you was going to say, if you had thought about what to say before you said it, when there's some things, when you send the email, you cannot retract that. You may feel a certain way, you may feel sorry about it, you may regret that you said it, but they looking at you cross-eyed now. That's right. Don't become undone. They looking at you cross-eyed. Every time you say something to them, they thinking about when you blew up. So we have to not allow our personal feelings and emotions to get in the way of our professional relationships, where we always walk in integrity, where we always walk and do the things that Jesus did, that we not allow them to determine what our temperature is going to be. But we say, I have self-control, and this situation is going to work itself out, even if you have to inquire a loss at that time. Because what is lost is gain when we do it God's way. Those things that were meant for bad will be for our good. He said he's working together. He worked those things that was meant for our bad. He worked them together for our good. Our bad days, our good days outweigh our bad days. So does our good situations. Our good situations, they outweigh the bad situations. So don't spend any time on it. Do not spend any time on it. We're getting better. This year is going to be a better day of responding. This year is going to be a better year of how we respond. And we're not going to allow our personal feelings to determine what our professional relationships are going to be like. And we're not going to think that they're separate. We're going to have to be the same professionally and personally, because we want to be the same online, offline. We want to be the same, we want to be the same person that impact at all times, always, in all areas. Good evening, Jennifer. Thank you so much for joining. We're talking to our entrepreneurs, our aspiring entrepreneurs, our desiring entrepreneurs. We're talking about customer service, and we're talking about that we're not going to come undone when people do us wrong. Excuse me. We're not going to. Let's have us some um, pineapple juice. We're not going to come undone when people do us wrong, but we're not going to let our personal feelings get in the way of our professional relationships. Because sometimes we would allow our little feelings to get in the way of something that could be really great, and we have taken things the wrong way, right? We may have taken something the wrong way, and then we allow that to get in the middle of our professional relationship. So I want you to remember, customer service is vital. It is vital, and people will be willing to pay what you charge if you give them the service that they are expecting. We always want to under promise and and over deliver. Under promise and over deliver. Don't tell people you're gonna do this, that, and the third, and you know you can't do. You can't do this, and you don't have that, and the third is not even in view. So we want to make sure that we under promise, we over deliver, that we always do what we can do to fix the situation and not allow our personal feelings to get in the midst of our professional relationships. If you're new to me, this is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated. I'm known as your procrastination strategist, behavior change expert. I help you to build unshakable confidence. Stop procrastinating, and you got it. Get your dreams out of your head into your life. It is time for you to live the life of your dream. My favorite words. Let me research it. You know that, and that's good. That's a good thing. We don't have to know everything in business, and we don't have to cut them off short and say, "Well, I don't know. Let me research it." That's good, sis. Yes, I mean, let me research it is a great response. That lets the customer, consumer know, the client know that I don't know the answer, but I am so concerned about those things that are concerning to you that I am going, and that sounds even, it's not what I found out. I am going to research it, meaning that I'm going to put some time in this. Why? Because I'm concerned about you knowing. I am concerned about you knowing. So that lets the consumer, the customer, the client, that lets them know that you are concerned about them getting the answer that they need, and you're going to research a response for me. That's awesome. And stop thinking that you got to have an immediate answer. Let people know that, hey, I will let you know with the next 24 hours, next 24, 48 hours, depending on how busy you are. You don't have to have the answer right away, and you don't have to feel guilty by not knowing the answer. Do you know how much more you can get done by borrowing somebody else's time and their mind and their spaces? You don't have to know everything. That's where we get it mixed up at. We're so gifted that we think that we have to know everything and we got to have an immediate answer on everything. No. Say, I don't know. I'm going to research it, and I'll get back with you. I love it. Look, we're getting ready to get out of here. I hope that you have an amazing day, and that remember, do not allow your personal feelings slash emotions to get in the way of your professional relationships. I'll talk to you later.